Hello, magical beings, and welcome back to another reading with the Wild Mystics. It is so good to connect with your energy today. It's a beautiful morning, it's super sunny, and it just feels like spring is actually here. So it's so wonderful to connect with you today. We are asking Spirit, what does your future self want to communicate with you? What messages, what divine guidance want to come through from your future self? Any powerful messages, any encouragement that they can send to you from the future? I don't know if you ever tap into your future selves, but you can actually just ask them questions. You can connect with them anytime you want. They're really, really here to help out. And I don't know about you, but I actually send powerful encouragement and messages to myself in the past when I know that I was going through a hard time. So it's really interesting to work with time and space that way. So apologies if my voice is a little croaky. I was coughing a lot, but I'm okay now. So today we have 3 groups to choose from. Group number 1, we have the Wunjo rune for joy. And we have the Beyond the Ego, Surrender to the Flow of Life. And this is from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle deck. Just stunning artwork. Just absolutely, I just love it. Group number 2, we have Jera, the Rune of Harvest. And we have Heart of the Matter, Align Life's Pathways Through the Heart. And group number 3, we have the Mannaz rune here. And the Mannaz rune is the divine potential that we all hold. It's that ability to connect with the unseen and bring creative power into the physical. And we have self-creation. Be the author of your own life. All right, beautiful. So I will give you a moment to connect with one of these groups, and then I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hello, group 1. If you chose the Wunjo rune of joy or Beyond the Ego, Surrender to the Flow of Life, then this is going to be your reading on messages and guidance from your future self that you need to hear. So I'll just put your beautiful Sufi card up here at the top. And we're going to get into your other oracle cards. And at the very end, I do want to read to you from this card. Okay, but we're just going to get the overall energies from the oracle and the tarot first. So we have answers. We have rest. We have stuck in the mud. And we have believe in the impossible, blue moon. Okay, there is a lot of contradictory energy here from your future self, but it's all guiding us to the exact place that we're meant to be. So what I am seeing here for a lot of you, group 1, without even drawing the tarot cards, is that you have been in a stagnancy for quite some time. Maybe you've been trying certain things, you've been trying to move forward, and it might have been from a place of ego. Now, I don't want to say that like in a negative way necessarily. We all require ego to move through life. Our ego is just a mask that allows us to perceive reality, right? We all have different perspectives. It's like wearing a pair of glasses. But this card is all about surrendering to the flow of life, right? And the Wunjo rune is all about aligning the body, the mind, and the spirit so that you can bring joy, so that you can bring abundance into your life. And so I feel like in the past, you were in this energy of trying all these things, but like I said, feeling stuck in the mud. So you might have had to take some time, maybe some rest here with the bear, or Spirit is saying it's important that you take rest now so that you can dive in and do this inner work so that you can move forward, because your future self is saying the answers that you need are coming, okay? The dreams that you have, those dreams that you hold so dear, those seeds that you have been sowing, they are going to manifest. You need to believe in the impossible. But for many of you, you need to get out of your logical mind, okay? It is logic often and the overanalyzing that keeps us stuck in the belief system that we can't do something, because oftentimes we are taught that the world is beholden to certain laws. And it is, but a lot of the time, those laws are often amplified by our belief systems. So if we believe that we are going to be alone forever and that we are unworthy of love, we're actually going to manifest that kind of experience on the physical plane. But if we believe that we can attract abundance everywhere we go, that we can attract opportunities for love and for growth, that we are divine conduits for creativity, then that is the reality that we're going to create. So your future self is telling you to believe in the impossible. Okay, your dreams have no bounds. Your dreams require you to surrender to the flow of life and stop overanalyzing things. Take a step back from trying to make things work in the physical and imagine what they look like in your mind, in the spiritual and the mental planes, right? Like visualize it. See what it is that you actually want to create. Feel how it feels. And you will be so surprised how that starts to manifest in your physical reality. Okay, we're going to get into the tarot to clarify these energies because I find that's extremely helpful. So, all right, Spirit, can we clarify believe in the impossible? What message from Group 1's future self is coming through to believe it? Yes! Oh my goodness. Okay, we have the Two of Cups, this beautiful soulmate card. So for many of you, you have been craving to manifest a partner, okay? Craving to manifest a divine union. And look at this Two of Cups card. It's so fascinating. So this woman here is tied up like on this island and she has like one cup and she's like looking away from this divine golden winged being who has this other cup. So it feels like you've been unconsciously looking in the wrong direction for love. Okay. Maybe you've been actually afraid to dream your ultimate person into existence. But Spirit is saying this like golden winged angel that perhaps many of you have been like wishing for, or this princess or prince charming or whoever, it doesn't matter the gender, but Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to dream it. Don't be afraid to believe in the impossible. I know someone who actually has like this crush on, like a famous person. And in the past they were like, oh, there's no way I can get with this person. Like it's all in my head, type of thing. And slowly but surely over the years, they tricked themselves into believing that actually, no, like it is possible. Why would I not believe that this is possible? And slowly but surely they are actually uniting with this person in the physical. So believe in the impossible. I'm not kidding. Okay, this is so exciting. Yeah, your future self. Ooh, that card is not in the frame. Maybe I can put it like here. I don't want to cover the Two of Cups. There we go. You know to believe in the impossible. All right, let's get answers. What is your future self trying to tell you? What answers are they trying to give you? Or what answers are coming in the future? Because your future self is saying, like, I am with this divine counterpart in the future. I am with this like divine connection in the future. This is so beautiful. This is like such like soulmate energy coming through. You're going to have this beautiful union. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have the Six of Cups too. For those of you who don't want a romantic reading, I would maybe switch to a different pile because it feels like this is going to be a very romantic or love related reading. So we have the Six of Cups for answers. Another soulmate card. So this is divine connection. This is finding your ultimate bliss in another being. It's connecting with all those pieces of yourself from the past that craved something when you were young. So maybe when you were younger, you had all these dreams and ideas of like what your perfect person was. But then over the years, you kind of were like, no, that's not possible. Like I can't have that. But your inner child with the Six of Cups is saying, yes, you can. Yes, you can. This person is like waiting at the seashore. I swear, like, yes, I don't see like a ship, but this person is waiting. They know that their person is coming in and they have all these cups here ready for when they do. This is somebody who is in their divine bliss, their divine power. They have surrendered to the flow. They're not over analyzing anymore. They are waiting. They know. So Spirit is saying that the answers that are coming for you is that you are about to connect with someone on a very, very deep, powerful level of connection and communion, and just, yeah, you're going to meet your person. For those of you who haven't, and for those of you who have, you are coming into a deeper connection where you are removing all kinds of layers of the ego, layers of distortion that might have been keeping you apart from each other. You are removing those layers, pulling off the masks. And though it is painful to do that sometimes, you know, these masks, they get kind of stuck on our faces and it's hard to pull them off. But and that's why sometimes the dark night of the soul can take a lot longer for certain people, because they've worn that mask for so long. But you are surrendering at this point. This being has surrendered. This one's like, oh, I'm tied up. But like, okay, this is a progression. It's the exact same woman. Oh my gosh. Look it's the exact same person. But here she's tied up, and here she's like, I'm not tied up anymore. I believe that my person is coming. Okay, so your future self is like, the answers that you need are coming. Don't be afraid. Just keep believing in the impossible. Like, your message is absolutely so clear. So what do you maybe need to shed? What does your future self want you to shed so that you can enter into this state of bliss and joy? What does your future self want you to shed or release or surrender to flow into this beautiful, connection? The Hanged Man. Oh, this is so beautiful. Sorry, I'm like so excited when the tarot just affirms what we were already discussing. Okay, so look at this guy. He has gone through it, but I feel like, honestly, he looks like he's kind of surrendered to his experience. And in so doing, he's left his body and he has become this beautiful eagle up here who is soaring above the mountains and is able to perceive. So it's like he is perceiving himself from a higher perspective. And I kind of see that it's very similar here, kind of like the light that this woman is kind of walking towards. She's following this kind of trust, this surrender in this like inner light that she has here. And then this eagle like has the light behind it. So I feel like for many of you, you're finding your inner light, you're finding your inner power, and it's allowing you to perceive old rules, old limiting belief systems that you've had in the past that have kept you stuck, old identities that no longer serve you. So this, to me, this Hanged Man is the identity that has fallen away, because the Hanged Man is about shifting your perspective, right? It's about stepping into a new perspective, basically. So yes, exactly. That's what you're shedding. You are shedding an identity that maybe was extremely hard to get rid of. But you are doing it. You've done it. So why the rest? Why is your future self saying that you need rest? Because maybe for some of you, you do feel like you've burned out and it's time for you to take a break. Okay, to take a break, to take a rest and step back just so that you can surrender. Like, honestly, if you are manifesting someone, if you are manifesting a divine counterpart into your life, sometimes it is important that you step away from the rest of the world, because the rest of the world will put judgments on you. The rest of the world will put restrictions and other belief systems. Like the person that I know who had this crush or whatever, everyone said that she was crazy, right? And that's extremely hard to hear over and over and over again. But she's been proving time and time again that no, like I'm not crazy. Like this is actually happening. She is manifesting this. So anyways, rest. Why rest, Spirit? Why does group 1 need to rest? Why does the future self of group 1 want them to rest? Why does the future self of that one flew out. Okay, the Tower. This is divine. Okay. Your reality is going to shift. Okay? It is going to shift in a very deep and profound way. The Tower is your inner world completely rewriting itself, completely unraveling and rebuilding itself, basically. The foundations of your identity, of the being that you created, have crumbled. And so it is important now that you rebuild your being, the one that believes in the impossible, the one that believes in dreams, the one that has no limits, basically. Because in this world, what is the point of putting restrictions on things? What is the point? To keep us stuck, to keep us protected? But we cannot evolve, we cannot soar, we cannot reach higher states of consciousness if we stay stuck in these limiting roles. So your tower is crumbling, and the tower is an internal experience, right? The death card is the external. And to me, I find that kind of weird. To me, the tower seems like it would be external, but according to the tarot, the tower is the internal crumbling of the mind and rewiring and rebuilding it for what your divine desires are. So basically, if you want abundance in your life, if you want love, if you want these things, you must rewire your mind. You must delete these limiting belief systems from your brain. And Spirit is saying it takes rest. Your future self is saying it takes time, it takes rest. You need to do this if you are to move into a new world where you can get out of the mud here. Okay, so there is a powerful tower moment happening for you, and it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to be so excited for. You're shedding this old skin that's been literally suffocating you, and you are stepping into this new power. So stuck in the mud, Spirit. Ooh, that was quick. That was quick. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, beautiful. Look at this celebration here. Oh my goodness, I love this. I love when the tarot tells you a story. So we have this woman again. She was in the first two pictures. And here's the angel, and he's back again. And everybody is celebrating. And she's like, see, I believed that my divine counterpart would come. And he has. He's come back to her, soaring through the sky. And honestly, like, she doesn't have wings, right? He does. To her, he seems like he's like this godlike being, like on a pedestal, right? But she is also on this pedestal too. And the moon is like, I don't know if that's like the sun and the moon. I don't know what's happening over here, but this is a beautiful celestial moment. Because, oh, these were during the day and this is at night. So you could be meeting this person at night. That's just a little detail that I thought could be useful. But you could be also celebrating, like you could meet this person when you're having a celebration, like a social event or something. But mostly Spirit just wants to say, or your future self wants to say, like, get excited. Okay, get excited. Start envisioning what this is going to look like, because Spirit is saying this is coming for you. I think that you might have a few people who actually believe in you, who believe in your dreams, and you should surround yourself with those people. Okay? Don't surround yourself with people who want to tear your dreams apart. Surround yourself with people who support you, who believe in you. Okay? Who believe in your dreams and your abilities. You're manifesting this person. You're manifesting this union. This is so magical. And it is happening with this beautiful indigo evening background. Like, it is just absolutely stunning. And these beautiful sirens here, like, the sirens call. Yes. You're freeing yourself from being stuck. You're becoming the bird that flies away, sees the new perspective, and knows where they're meant to go. So this has just been like a stunning unfolding, a stunning reading for you, Group 1. I'm so excited for this beautiful union that is coming for you. Just like I said, though, believe in the impossible. We're going to get into your Sufi wisdom before we close out the reading. I'm going to read from the guidebook because there is probably some very powerful wisdom in there. So hold on one second. Okay. I'm going to read from you the beautiful guidebook from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. Now, for those of you who want to move on or who are done the reading, you can head out or take a picture of this, but I am going to read this because I love the wisdom. Okay. Make me drunk so I forget about I. Ruin me so I plunge into the house of ruin. I will then become free from the tricks of life and relieved from the duality of the world. Dissolved into nothingness, I will rise above heaven. Deftly and fearlessly, I will demolish my ego. Why should I be stuck in the abyss of life's darkness? Why should I remain like a worm in a cocoon? Iragi. So this is literally what we were talking about You are shifting out of this cocoon. You are breaking apart this identity. It is dissolving, okay? The barrier between what you desire and you is dissolving apart. The veil is lifting. You are stepping into the reality where you can be one with this dream. So, to be truly happy is to be free from attachment to the physical realities of life. Reaching this state requires you to disconnect from the ego self, and move beyond thoughts and mindfulness as much as possible. The moment you are free from the ego self, you begin to feel the light soothing your soul. The glow of light will shine from your eyes, and your moments will become joyous. This oracle is infusing you with a heightened feeling of weightlessness or soaring toward the light. It is doing so to reduce your attachment to the ego by awakening your soul. Replace selfish or burdening thoughts by visualizing something you'd like to happen in the future or replaying a scene from your favorite movie or book in your mind. Is this literally not what we have been saying the entire time? Oh my goodness. By giving your mind a rest from too much thought, you will make room for the feeling of love and affection. Oh, dear one, trust that love longs to set you free by showering you with the secret nectar of existence. Let go of selfish thoughts because they obstruct the deeper mysteries from being revealed to your heart in unspoken messages. Without selfish thoughts, you will surrender more easily and be free to choose the path of love that will change you and make you fresh again. This will be a gift, your heritage and destiny from love. And the mantra is, I am surrendering into the generous flow of life. The seeds of love germinate and sprout inside my heart and bloom into unlimited creative expression. Oh, I just love it. I love it when readings do this. Oh, thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you, Group 1. This has been such a profound, illuminating reading. It's been so straightforward, you know, you're just shedding this old self, you're stepping into this new being, and you are becoming, oh my gosh, one with your dreams. Like the oracle said, like, dream it, visualize it, let go of that mental chatter that's been holding you back and keeping you stuck in the mud. Surrender and know you are stepping into this dream world now. So thank you so much, Group 1, for being here with me today. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the reading, you can give us a like, you can comment below or subscribe if you feel called to. But I just wanted to thank you so much for connecting and sharing your energy. So take care. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the Jera Harvest Rune or the Heart of the Matter, Align Life's Pathways Through the Heart card, then this is going to be your reading on messages from your future self, divine guidance. What is it that they want to communicate with you today? So we're going to get straight into your oracle cards, the tarot, and then we are actually going to read from the Sufi Wisdom book with regards to this beautiful, beautiful card. So for your oracle, we have compassion. We have victory. Oh, I love to see that. What else do we have? We have movement, number 28. And we have new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Okay, let's take a moment to connect with your energy, Group 2. I see a lot of success coming towards you right now, Group 2. I feel like there is this, oh my goodness, this victorious energy. Like everything is happening so fast for you. Maybe in the past things were taking like a while, maybe lethargic energy, but this is like red, fiery, passionate energy. You are aligning. And I feel like for many of you, it's because you're surrendering and you're trusting your heart. Okay, you're trusting the flow of your own divine love that's pouring through you, and you know where it is that you're meant to go, and it is allowing you to feel this compassion not only for yourself but for others. And I think for many of you, you're learning how to communicate what it is that your heart is telling you, and that is allowing you to have a whole bunch of new opportunities, expansive energy that's coming to you right now. And it's weird because my mind is actually all over the place right now in my head. Like I feel like there is so much going on, and I feel like that's what's kind of going to be coming for you. There's going to be so much movement, so much happening. Like I'm imagining like, you know, airplanes flying through in the sky, like over top of each other. And there's just you know, they don't hit each other. They just fly above. They have all of their specific routes that they're meant to take. And I feel like, you know, you're going to know what it is that you're meant to do. You're going to be able to flow kind of effortlessly, despite the fact that you're going to maybe be very busy. But maybe for some of you, you have been busy and you are about to reap the rewards. But Spirit is saying, like, your future self is saying, congratulations. Okay, you've done the work. At least you've done the work internally to create this external manifestation of this. And I feel like maybe it's time for you to communicate what your heart is guiding you to do. Like, for some of you, that could be, you know, speaking publicly. That could be stepping onto a stage and, you know, singing, like whatever it is. Like, are you an actor? Are you some sort of like artist who needs to express themselves? The Spirit is saying it's time to step forward, take that movement. You will be victorious. Your future self is saying, like, your future self is already in that energy. And with the rune here, sorry, I just like totally forgot about our beautiful Jera harvest rune. This is the rune of harvest. This is you reaping the rewards. Okay, you have sown your seeds in the past and you are bringing in the riches and the treasures from all of your hard work. So if this has been hard work in the inner world, you're going to see it manifest on the material plane as well. So we're going to get into your tarot to clarify these various energies of what your future self maybe wants to express. So let's get, what communication does your future self want you to express right now? What communication are they saying is so important for group number 2, Spirit? Sorry if the reading got off to a little like rough start. My brain was kind of all over the place with your energy. I feel like Spirit wants to reward you in so many different ways. It's like, okay, your karma has been like burned off and you're going to be like just seeing all the benefits of all the beautiful work that you've done, like all the hard work, all the love that you've given to people. You're about to be blessed is what I want to say. Your future self is saying, like, in the future, they are living this divine, just like love and abundance and victory. Okay, sorry, your card fell on the floor. We have the 3 of Cups. Like, if that's not celebration, I don't know what is. Let's see. Can we get, I want to fit these cards. Sorry that the table is so small, but I am moving around right now, so it's hard to find proper space. But okay, your 3 of Cups can go here. This is actually really beautiful. Look at the mirroring here. We have these 2 beings here. One with her eyes closed, the other with her eyes open. And then here we have 3 beings here. You can see she has her eyes open. Maybe her eyes are closed. It's hard to tell, but I think this is you. You have so much trust in your inner world to guide you where you're meant to go. Like, it's like you almost have 2 different beings. One is this intuitive being that kind of knows where they're meant to go and like they're just surrendering. And then the other one is like this kind of, you know, analytical, logical side, the masculine side, which is kind of like, you know, making sure that everything is like going well in the material world. Like, you're dotting the I's and crossing the T's, so to speak, and you're making sure that everything is strategically like happening in your external world, but you're working in tandem. You're working in harmony with these 2 elements of yourself, the masculine and the feminine energy. So I'm also seeing this as maybe there is someone who you would like to communicate something to, or someone is going to be communicating it to you. But I feel like Spirit is saying it's time to celebrate. With the 3 of Cups, it's about celebrating. It's about coming together with like-minded souls. It's about connecting with your soul tribe. So there could be some beings coming in and they really just want to connect with you. And it's time for you to just, you know, share your heart, communicate with them in an open, honest way. And you're going to see so many opportunities just like take shape. That's what your future self is saying. Like, there is a beautiful reality waiting for you. What is this compassion, Spirit? Future self of group 2. What compassion are they feeling? What is this compassion energy? Okay, that is a lot, but we had this one flip over. The Six of Cups. Okay, the Six of Cups came out for pile 1 in the exact same location. So if you felt drawn to pile 1, there could be some messages in there for you. The Six of Cups, exactly. You're having compassion for yourself. I feel like you've been working a lot maybe with your inner child, or you're learning to communicate with your inner child. Because if you think about it, your inner child is your past self, right? In a way. But they're also the being that is like this highly intuitive, very loving, very playful energy, right? Like your child self is the one that wasn't afraid to dream, wasn't afraid to imagine, wasn't afraid to co-create with the world. It's not until later that we have all of these rules and regulations and judgments that come onto our being. But Spirit is saying that you've had compassion for your inner child, and it's allowed you to connect with them and bring the pieces of yourself that have been dormant for a while back into your heart. Okay, you've woven your heart back together. You've sewn it back together. For those of you who have been through any kind of traumatic experiences where your heart just felt shattered, Spirit is saying, and your future self is saying, that you've had the courage, either now or in the future, you've had the courage to weave this back together, to mend your heart. And it's brought so much compassion, not only for yourself, but for those around you. It's allowing you to share what you've learned. Basically, the Three of Cups here again, like, oh, okay, I just had a download. For many of you, you've been on a soulful, deep healing journey. And for many of you, you are a healer. You are someone who is meant to, share their story, but they're also meant to help other people move from this kind of darkness and learn how to alchemize the pieces of their heart back together again. Yeah, oh my goodness, this is a beautiful message for you, group 2. But again, you might have messages in group number 1. All right. Heart of the matter, align life's pathways through the heart. Exactly. You are weaving the heart back together. You are becoming a divine conduit for this loving energy that's pouring through you. What does Spirit want to tell you about your heart right now, Spirit? Or future self of group 2. What do you want to tell group 2 about their heart? The Empress. Oh my goodness, group 2. I'm so happy for you. The Empress is the being that is in her harvest energy, okay? She is completely in alignment with her true divinity, okay? She is the divine feminine incarnate. She is fertile, she is lush, she is abundant, and she has all she could ever need. She is the wise being who can shed light on those who feel confused, the ones who are overanalyzing. She is the one who surrenders. Her heart is open to the world. Look at all these beautiful butterflies coming out of this basket that she has here. These cards are absolutely stunning. This is the Shadowscape Tarot. If you're interested, I will link it below. It is just stunning. So your future self is saying you have stepped into this Empress energy where you are in divine alignment with your higher purpose, okay? You have mended your heart and you are able to share and express it with others. Look, she is like connected to these other beings, these other like winged beings, and butterflies are like the definition of transformation in a way. So she is like showing like, look, you can fly away now. She's like showing these butterflies that they have wings basically. She's like calling these shadows into the light. So for many of you, I feel like you have this ability to help alchemize other people's darkness and bring it into the light. And Spirit is saying that's going to bring so much abundance, not only for you, but for others. Like you're going to be this massive, powerful force to help heal people, to bring light into their lives. Okay, what is this victory that Pile 2's future self wants to share with them? What victory does their future... Ooh, okay, we almost caught that on fire. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords. Yeah, you've ended. Okay, this Five of Swords energy, to me, I always see it as like the person battling, right? They're fighting back. They're like, but they're fighting their mental thought patterns, right? You're in this kind of like war between your old self and your new self, these limiting belief systems in your mind. And these could be, you know, belief systems brought onto you by society, by your parents, by family, friends, whatever it is. And you're starting to say like, no, you know what, these systems are not who I am, right? Think about like war and battles that happen in the earth plane, right? It's because two sides disagree. They don't agree on the ideology, or they don't agree on the way that things are working, and so they fight over it. This is how it was working in your mind before. Part of you didn't agree with the other part, and so you were in misalignment. There was all this distortion that was happening within you, and you have become this Queen of Cups energy. You have transmuted a lot of this confusion, and you have alchemized it into this kind of like deep sense of compassion, as we have seen, and love for yourself. Look at these sea turtles swimming in like the subconscious psyche of the mind, and they're just like free to flow. Like they're not afraid. Oh, actually, look at this. It's like I see these two winged beings. Now, of course, as we know, air energy is the mind, right? It's the mental plane. But these birds have almost like transformed into turtles. And turtles are the creators, right? Like if you think of Turtle Island, and in a lot of indigenous spiritual philosophies, that the Turtle Island was the bringer of life. They came out of the water and they created the world for the humans to live. And so I feel like you're building a whole new world for you to stand on, basically. She is standing on the turtle right now. Whereas here before, she's just kind of like falling or floating, I'm not sure. But here she's like in the watery element, but also grounded, right? This is like the earthy element of water. This is very Empress energy. So yeah, you have had victory over your emotions. That's what your future self is saying. Like you have conquered your limiting beliefs. You have conquered your negative emotions, and you're learning to trust and surrender and see through the fog, see through the chaos of the waves, and learn how to ride them rather than getting lost in them. That is exactly what she is doing. She is like riding the waves with ease and tranquility and finesse. I'm just gonna like even cover up the Five of Swords because that energy is over. You are victorious. And if this is right now, if you feel like you're in the Five of Swords energy, know that like this victory is nigh, like it is coming. So what is this movement? Number 20. Ooh, that was fast. The Five of Wands. Ah, yes. Now, if that's not movement, I don't know what is. Look at all of these. This is how I was feeling at the beginning of your reading when my mind was like all over the place with all the information that was coming in. I feel like you are juggling a lot of things right now. And Spirit is saying like, that's okay. Like accept the fact that there's a lot going on right now, but you can only do one thing at a time. Okay. You can only focus on one thing at a time. And I also just noticed here, like on the back of the peacock, or sorry, emu. This is an emu, not a peacock. Why would I say that? Okay. On its back is like an island with a little windmill and stuff. It's kind of like the Turtle Island, like I was saying. And then we have like a little floating balloon in the distance. So I feel like you, group 2, are like making like a little home for yourself, but you're also like moving. So I don't know, for some of you, you could be like, I don't know, like van dwelling or living in a mobile situation. This is a very like small message for some people. But like you have like a home, but it's mobile. But it could also just be like in your own being, like your being is constantly moving around, but you are very grounded in yourself, and you know you're like not compromising your belief systems anymore. You are grounded in what you know to be true about yourself. And like here over here, this is like you're maybe like, oh, like you should do this thing, like this little balloon over here is like, oh, don't forget about this. And you're like, I am grounded, I'm moving forward, I have my eyes like focused on where it is that I'm going. You're not like distracted is what I want to say, despite the chaos that's happening here, right? You're like, this person isn't looking at the chaos. They're focused like elsewhere, right? There's no foxes leaping around anywhere in this person's line of eyesight. So there is chaos, there has been chaos, but it's not affecting you anymore. You're moving away from that chaos. And on the bottom of the deck, whoops, I keep wanting to hide certain cards for some reason. It's weird. On the bottom of the deck, we had the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is like that kind of like harvest energy. Like you've been working so hard to grow your crops, to plant the seeds and toil the earth. And this is you having the patience. Okay, you've learned patience. You've learned how to be still despite the chaos. That's what your future self is saying. Like you have learned how to ground yourself and be calm and resilient and contained despite all the chaos that's happening around you. You remain still and like I want to say unmoved, but you're still moving forward is the point. You have an internal point of stillness, a grand oasis that is like working through you and moving through you. And no matter what happens on the outside, like your vibration doesn't allow that chaos to enter in anymore. Your future self is saying you are in such alignment with your higher self and your heart. Like your heart is like a beautiful conduit for your higher self to flow through into the physical. And for some of you, connecting with the earth right now would be a very, very good idea, just to enter into that kind of Empress energy, breathing in like the warm air if you can outside. Like it's spring right now, so if you can like connect with the flowers, connect with the animals, connect with the trees, connect with the sun, if you can connect with that energy, that's you stepping into that Empress kind of energy there. So oh, wow. Group 2. Holy smokes. This is how I'm like mind blown. You are like the divine Empress energy, and it's like literally in the center of the reading. So, oh, I was going to read your Sufi Wisdom card before we close out the reading. Here we go. Also, if you love runes but you don't have any runes, we actually sell runes on our Etsy shop. If you are interested, there is a 20% off promo code down in the description if you would like to check out the shop. They are made from willow bark. And we also have other like healing amulets and divination tools. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your Sufi Wisdom, Heart of the Matter. Align life's pathways through the heart. Heart is the chamber of unity. It holds the essence of oneness and serenity. It's blind to the truth that is concealed within it. It's the clay that embraces both darkness and light. Remove the covering and behold this lowly heart basking in the light of truth. Attar. Exactly. This is you like bringing the shadows into the light and alchemizing them and letting everyone kind of just bathe in your glow. In Sufi wisdom, the human heart is a palace of divine grace and the sanctuary of God's love. It is the source and center for every image, yet it takes no form of its own. It is the place where duality cannot enter. Everything in the heart is united into one. Its true value is only recognized by love. There is an energy in the air, like a fragrance that surrounds and shelters your heart with a pure love like you have never known before. If you feel unsatisfied with your life, search within yourself and find out if your spirit and ego are in harmony with one another. Frustration and loneliness are caused by a war going on inside of you between your heart and ego. That's literally what we were saying with the five of swords that came out here. This was like the battle between both sides of yourself. And then over at the beginning, we had the two beings, the one with the eyes closed and the one with the eyes open. Yes, this is you coming together, like the masculine and the feminine energies. And the ego and the heart. The ego is like the masculine and the heart is the feminine energy. Oh, okay. This is so in alignment. The spirit is interested in taking the ego into its own realm, while your ego wants to do the reverse and break away from spirit. Dear one, you are embraced by open, nurturing hearts and loving souls, a garden of beauty where you can renew yourself. Pure happiness comes to those whose hearts are polished like a mirror to reflect their excitement and desire to expand. Life is a process of constant creation. Use your heart as a guide in all non-physical choices, good or bad, conscious or unconscious, in pain or in ecstasy. Know that the heart can bring all opposites to union through love. And your mantra is, I am recalibrating my frequencies to resolve the battle between my rational mind and my heart by letting my mind take care of physical matters and letting my heart bring me into alignment with the true pathway of my life. Yes, I couldn't agree more with this. Oh my goodness. Exactly. Like, it was the battle between the rational mind and the love in the heart, right? Like, you're bringing these two things together. And we were literally saying before, like, you have the two sides of you. So like the one is like strategizing and like figuring out how to do things on the material plane, and the other one is just like an open conduit for divinity and your higher self to like call you through. And your higher self communicates to you through passion. So when you feel drawn to do a particular thing, that's your higher self, that's your heart opening up. So your future self is saying, your heart is open. You are attracting so much beauty and love and positivity in the future. So just keep your heart open. Just say that mantra. Go back in the video and screenshot it if you need to. But I am so grateful, group 2, to connect with your energy. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please, if you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, comment if you feel called to, subscribe if you haven't already done that, and check out our Etsy shop. Like I said, there are tons of like healing amulets and things like that. Yeah, from the woods. So thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I will see you in another video. Bye! Hello, group 3. If you chose the Mannaz rune of self-development and creative potential, or the self-creation, be the author of your own life card, then this is going to be your reading on what messages your future self wants to bring to you today. This could be messages, divine guidance, where you're actually going. They're going to give you a little bit of a clue into your future. So this is the beautiful Sufi Wisdom Oracle, which we will get into, but I'm going to hop straight into your oracle cards, and then we're going to get the tarot, and then we'll read from the wisdom of the Sufi. So first, we have finding, we have stillness. Here, I'll just put your Mannaz rune there. We have rock bottom, and we have you're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. Interesting energy you have here, group 3. I feel like it's very contradictory, very similar to group 2, who had a lot of contradictory energy, like being stuck and then also in the flow. So it's interesting because you have this very reflective energy here in both of these, with the stillness card, with the heron reflecting itself like a mirror. And then you also have the rock bottom, which is also like a mirror. So I feel like we're going to get more into what insights that holds. But the Mannaz rune is all about creating your ultimate version of yourself. Okay, it's about stepping into the role of divine orchestrator. You're working in alignment with your higher self to create on the material plane. Like, this is all about creating the self. The Mannaz rune is developing your creative talents and sharing them with the world. So I feel like you're finding your true self, or you're finding your life's purpose in a sense. The spirit is saying you're very close to achieving this goal, right? Like, this is almost the full moon. This is almost ripe, ready with potential. You're almost there, right? But in the past, like, I feel like you felt like you've just been like hitting rock bottom, perhaps like, but sometimes from the darkness, sometimes from the most chaotic moments comes our greatest ascensions. Our greatest hopes and dreams are sometimes born from our darkest moments. So we're going to get straight into the tarot and actually clarify some of these energies, because I'm very curious to know what your future self is trying to tell you. Like, I think they're trying to say, like, from a point of stillness, from a point of deep, deep reflection, you are freeing yourself from this box-like energy, because it feels like this is like an entrapment, almost like you're headed on a path that doesn't lead anywhere. But the rest of your reading shows that you're finding your path, you're finding your alignment, you're finding your truth inside. This person is like holding themselves, holding their heart, and there's these butterflies that are emerging. It's like they have transformed their connection with their heart. So stillness, spirit, could you please give us some information what pile three's future self wants to express about finding internal stillness? What does pile three's future self want to communicate, Spirit? What does pile three's future self want to communicate? If you've been feeling, oh, here we go. We have the Four of Wands, completion. Okay, this cycle is almost over, group three. So if you've felt in the past like you're just kind of running around in circles and not necessarily going anywhere, like we were saying, like on a path that leads to nowhere, Spirit is saying this cycle of confusion, this cycle of going around in circles is reaching an end, okay? You're burning off a lot of karma and you're stepping into a timeline where you're actually going to create what it is that you dream of, right? The Four of Wands is all about completion. It's all about collaborating and coming together with like minds to create something inspirational. So what else? What was this rock bottom energy, Spirit? How can group three free themselves from this rock bottom energy? What is group three's future self trying to communicate to free group three? You're so close. I just want to say, like, group three, like, you are so close. Like I was saying, this cycle is reaching its end. It's springtime and you are coming into yourself. Like you are, all right, what do we have? The Fool, exactly. Look at this energy here. This is like these circles, these concentric circles that are wrapped around the Fool. I feel like these are symbols of like all of the different like cycles that the Fool has been through again and again and again. And as you can see, the Fool is staring like straight forward, right? Nothing is obscuring his view. Like he's just looking straight dead into like the direction of his goals, right? He's leaping from everything that he knows, right? Everything that's been keeping him safe, he's stepping off into the beyonder. Now, I know beyonder is not a word, but I'm using it anyway. The tiger of fear is biting his leg and he doesn't care, okay? So this is how you escape this kind of rock bottom energy. You step into the unknown, you step into a new version of yourself and you leap. Sometimes you have to leap without second guessing yourself, because oftentimes, like, we will overanalyze, we will keep ourselves stuck to keep ourselves safe, because the ego doesn't necessarily want to try new things. It wants to keep the status quo. But in order to create this self, right, be the author of your own life. This is about you stepping into a role where you are creating you. Okay, we don't need a bunch of people that are the exact same, right? We don't need people stamped out again and again to be the same, cogs in a machine. We need people to be unique expressions of their truth. And you are stepping into that role right now. Whoa. So Spirit, now we know how to free group three from rock bottom, take a step into the unknown. How can they create their how can group three create themselves? Like, what is group three's future self like, you know? Like, what energy are they in? What have they created in the future? Because I feel like yourself in the future is very confident, group three. Let's see, what have they created? Ooh, okay. We have the Devil and we have the Four of Pentacles. So I think for a lot of you, you have overcome your fears and your attachments around something. You could have had a fear around money and wealth. The Four of Pentacles is often about holding on to something because of fear that you won't have enough, right? So Spirit is saying that you are entering into a state where you have the abundance. You no longer have this fear of losing, of not having enough. What else? Yeah, on the bottom we have the Hanged Man. So you're changing your perspective about abundance. You're changing your perspective about wealth and how you're going to attract it. Because I feel like in the past, the Devil, like, it's all about feeling attached. It's all about needing something, but it's the illusion of need. It's the illusion of the attachment. It's a fear of not having enough. But you, group three in the future, have more than enough. Look at this being here in this self-creation. She's like handing a ball of light to this other being. She has more than enough to give because she's gone within her heart here. She's found within her the love that she needs to be able to express to the world. And I think that's where your abundance is going to be coming from. It's obviously, It's obviously coming from a place of divine connection with your inner world that you have so gardened, it feels. So what has group three's future self found in the future? What have they found? Because it says finding. I'm very curious what they've found in the future. Or what is group three finding right now that's going to lead them to their future self? Wow, the cards are having a hard time coming out today, I'm noticing. They're almost, ooh. Okay, that's too many, but I am seeing the Tower. So I feel like for a lot of you, there is a monumental shift that's happening inside of you. We have the Ace of Cups and we have Lust, which is the Strength card. Okay, so you are finding strength. That is what you have found, group three. Here, I'll just try to, sorry that there's not a lot of room for all of the cards here, but I have a very small workstation right now. So yes, you have found and tapped into an oasis within yourself, an internal oasis of divine overflowing love. And you are in a place right now where you can express this. Your future self is telling you, you have entered into a stage where you are powerful, strong. You are literally unafraid to express yourself. You're unapologetic, okay? This Lust card, you know, in the traditional deck, it is the Strength card, but Lust has this kind of passionate quality. It's somebody who is in divine bliss, right? They are living their authentic truth. They aren't afraid to express their sexuality, their creativity, okay? They are beautiful. They are glowing. This person is like divine ecstasy with all that is, basically. It's a person who can use and alchemize things that have happened in the past, you know, like pain, agony, stress, frustration, like guilt, grief, all of these things. She's alchemizing them in this urn up here, or this, I don't know what it is, like it's a chalice of fire. I don't know exactly, but she's alchemizing all of these things, and she's like wearing all the different masks. I mean, this being is wearing all the different masks. I feel like you've tried on all the different masks and you're not afraid to like be all of these different beings and express yourself authentically. And in so doing, you have found this kind of divine, this divine essence overflowing this cup. And now that you have this cup, you're ready to, I think, share with the world what you found in the future. Like, I feel like you're such a powerful, powerful being in the future, sharing your truth, sharing your wisdom, sharing your love. Okay, so what is the goal that group three is very close to achieving? What is the goal that group three is very close? Oh, I just saw 1111 on the timer. Oh my goodness. I feel like whatever it is that you're close to achieving, like it's big. It's deeply, deeply in alignment with your higher purpose on this earth. Okay, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, and we have the Emperor. Okay, that's a lot. But you know what? We're going to take them all. Okay, so we have the Ace of Discs. We have the 10 of Discs. And we have the Emperor here. Okay, you are stepping into your power. Like, that's what is happening here. You are creating, I don't know, there could be this project that you have started, and Spirit is saying whatever it is, whatever creative spark has just happened within you, Spirit is saying, like, this divine inspiration that's come through, okay, you need to ground this now. It is a very, very powerful opportunity or a powerful project. I don't know, with the Emperor here, this is going to give you extremely deep roots, like a foundation that you can grow, right? This is like the roots of a tree, or sorry, the rings of a tree with the wings. So I feel like not only are you rooting whatever this is, whether this is a connection, whether this is like a divine connection with yourself, someone else, a project, whatever this is, you are grounding this, and it has wings to soar. The Emperor is someone who is extremely grounded and stable in their energy. They are a leader, okay? This is fiery energy. You're opening like your sacral chakra, your root chakra, these chakras, which in the past might have felt dormant or stuck. These are opening, these are being amplified. You are able to grow deep into the earth so that you can expand into the ether. And with the 10 of Pentacles, this is exactly what we were saying here. You were attached in the past to a fear of not having enough, right? A fear of of losing out, of not having enough abundance to support yourself with the Devil and the Four of Pentacles. But here with the Ten of Pentacles, this is wealth. Literally, it says like this is all you could ever require. And it's shaped like the tree of life here too. So you have the seed being planted, it growing into this mighty, mighty tree of like infinite coins. So that is the goal that you're very close to achieving. Your future self is telling you, you have more than enough wealth to be able to share it with others. There could be a divine expression that you are sharing with others. You could be a creator. I feel like for a lot of you, you are artists who chose this pile. And so whatever project, whatever creation you've been working on, it's very, very close to bringing in wealth for you. So just keep going. The Emperor, right? Like they're very stable in their energy. Okay. They're very grounded and they're analytical, but at the same time, I feel like they know what it is that they're meant to do. There is this kind of divine surrender to their energy. So Spirit is saying, stay grounded, stay in alignment with your inner oasis of energy that you have been connecting to through your heart chakra, and ground that into the earth. Oh, you are so close to achieving your goal, group 3. Wow, I'm so excited for you. Like this energy here, the greens and the reds, like your heart chakra, your root chakra and sacral, they're all opening and they're working together to create this. So I just want to get your Sufi card wisdom just to close out this reading, because this is just absolutely powerful energy. Like I can feel the power coming off of you. Okay, so let's just read from the Sufi book, Self-Creation. All right. Be the author of your own life. I am not one who is weak against the turn of destiny. I will undo the wheel of heaven if it turns against my wish. That sounds like something an emperor would say. All right, there are things in life that are in our control and those which are not. Inner peace and outer effectiveness come to those who can distinguish between the two. When we feel weak in the face of that which we can change, we fall short of our dreams. By realizing we can adjust ourselves to what happens to us in life, we can take charge of determining our own response to our reality in a creative way. Hafiz's compassionate guidance tells you not to dwell on the past or worry about the future. Being the author of your life means concentrating on the present moment. You can change your perception, you can do something different, try learning a new skill instead of following a routine. This means setting aside how you think things should be, for it is not helpful to focus on what might have been if things were different. Dear one, do not be overly attached to things you cannot change. Focusing on the paths of others does not bring you the inner peace of personal accomplishment. Touch the creative spark within you and feel how renewing it is to connect with your inner innocence and purity. By trusting the flow, you will be able to envision new possibilities and create a world of your own. Let the universal energy guide you toward a creative power you may never have imagined you could share. And the mantra is, I am determined to adjust myself to what is not in my control and change what I am able to change to create my desired life. Exactly. You are literally shifting. You are literally the creative power behind this. And that's just it. You have to trust the flow. You have to know that you are in alignment. And it was talking about like, don't be overly attached to things that you cannot change. Exactly. Focusing on the paths of others will not guide you to where you need to be. Focusing on your talents, focusing on your skills and your abilities to bring this powerful shift into fruition. Your future self is saying like, you're ready to take the leap. For those of you who haven't, you are ready. And for those of you who already have, get ready. Like this power is coming for you. This emperor energy is coming for you. You are grounded. You are in the flow. You are very close to achieving your goal. So this has been such a beautiful, powerful reading for you. You are so strong, group 3. After everything that you've been through, you are so strong. You no longer need to fear being stuck or in this rigid box, which it's interesting that you had the box here kind of with rock bottom, and then you had the box again here. It really makes me believe that in the past you had this kind of like belief that you were stuck, but that's just an illusion, right? The devil is all about illusions. So you're actually free to step off the cliff and into the unknown, into your potential, into your dreams. So thank you so much, Group 3, for being here for this reading. I hope some of this resonated for you. If you are looking to have runes in your life, we actually sell these runes. They're made of willow and hand burned on our Etsy shop. There is a 20% off promo code if you're interested below, so you can check that out. If you enjoyed our content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment below if you feel called to, and otherwise we will see you in another reading. Bye!